Hey guys, it's Danny. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought that I would take you guys through my scrap bin situation and you guys could go with me as I sort through it for my crafty stash this month. So the things that I'm choosing here will probably not be too much of a surprise, but I want to walk you guys through the process of how I do this every month because you guys know I really like to use my scraps if I can. So let me go ahead and kind of give you guys an idea of what we're working with. At this point in time when I'm filming, I have not quite finalized all of the supplies that I'm going to be using, but I do know that I want to use this Dear Lizzy Happy Place paper pad. It's about halfway done. There's a lot of really fun papers in here, and these are the kind of colors and images and things that I want to be working with for the last half of July and into August. So I have pulled some glitter paper as well, and then I went through my single paper stash and pulled out a bunch of things. So there's some smaller pieces here, lots of clear acetate, glitters, the rest of this pineapple stuff from Amy Tan, you know, just kind of larger scraps, and then just some full-on 12 by 12 papers. Like I said, you guys have already seen this, so I'm not going to go through each paper and everything right now. But what I wanted to do was go through my scrap bin and pick out some little bits and things that I can try to use up, because that's how I like to do it. So I'm also going to be using the Paper Cakes by Serena B Summer Babe collection, and these patterns and colors of this collection go really well with Happy Place and the other collections that I might be using. So since these are pretty small and I know that they definitely go with the vibe that I want, I'm just going to use these to kind of see if the scraps kind of go with the whole, you know, colorway or whatever that I want. So this is my scrap bin. Yeah, so I keep all of my scraps in a 12 by 12 iris box. If it doesn't fit in here, it gets tossed. So I do like to go through my scrap bin from time to time and pull out things that I have not reached for, have not used, and tiny little pieces that I probably will not be able to use, like something like this. Like this probably should not be in here, so I'm gonna chuck it. So let's go ahead and go through the scrap bin and see what we can pull out to go with all the collections that I will be using this month. So like little things like this, like I don't know why they're in here, so I'm just going to toss them. There's a lot of Amy Tan stuff right at the top because when I was done with last month's stash, I just kind of chucked them in here. And if I happen to come across something that's from the Dear Lizzy Happy Place, I go ahead and pull it out because maybe I'll be able to use it. I do, you guys. Every month I just kind of do a quick little run through of my scrap bin, pull out things that I think might go, and go from there. So what I might do is go back through all the full papers that I pulled out and maybe get rid of some that are a little bit similar to the scraps that I pulled. I love to use up full papers, but I also really like to use up scraps. So let me see what I can do. Like I know I probably already can put this back. And I think there was some vellum in here. So, and maybe this vellum, I can put those away because I have some little glittery bits kind of throughout here, as well as some vellum. So we're gonna see how much of a dent I can make in this stuff. These are all the scraps that I pulled. So yeah, I might definitely need to put away some of the full papers. All right, so all of the full papers that I pulled out from my stash, I had pulled out all of these. So I've cut that in about half. So I'm gonna keep this little stack and put all of these back. I mean, I can always grab them if I really feel like I need them. And I'm actually going to put these papers at the very bottom of my little paper bin that I use for my monthly stash. That way they're kind of out of sight a little bit, but if I feel like I really need them, they're there. But I would really like to be able to focus on this paper pad and these scraps, and hopefully try to avoid having to print papers. Now, don't get me wrong, I love all the papers that are in the collections that I'm using this month, but I would prefer to use up stuff that's already printed and ready to go, just to kind of decrease the whole stash situation a little bit. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little process of me showing you how I go through my scrap bin, kind of clean it out a little bit, pick out things that will go with my monthly stash. And yeah, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are not already. If you're interested in seeing more of my crafty stash videos, I have a whole playlist and I will link it at the end of this video and down below. So thank you guys. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!